welcome to the Leopard Lair. It is great to be back for this 2022-23 school year. And I'm your host, John Aljancic, and I'm here with my partner in crime, Bob Burek. And we are here at the Lair, presented by Straggett Media. And first and foremost, we want to thank our main sponsor, Dr. Mike Thomas, as well as Jared Heller at Leopard Nation and all that he does for our student athletes. But tonight, we're going to talk a little bit Louisville football as we prepare for tomorrow night when the Leopards invade the Steubenville Big Red. And Bob and I will be on the game tomorrow night, so you can tune in to watch that. And Bob, how's everything going?
Everything is good, John. I'm excited for the year. We got a lot of good things here in the Lair in terms of all of our athletes. Obviously, we're going to start tonight with football. Work our way through some other fall sports as we move along, and I'm excited to get into winter basketball. We'll get into all that later on, but for now, we're going to go football. And tomorrow night, Louisville down to Big Red. It's going to be a challenge for sure. As John mentioned, we will be on the call. One of the cool things we're going to do this year, Straggett Media and YSN are going to partner together, work on the production side of things. And so John and I will be YSN Live tomorrow night, and we'll send all that information out. So tune in and catch the game.
Well, really exciting. Kind of reminds me maybe the old school Leopard schedules when we'd start like the North Canton or something like that. A big game to start off right away. And I don't really know the last time Louisville has played Steubenville, if at all. And so you have two very storied programs in the state of Ohio facing off, and us heading down to enemy territory.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting for our boys, and we're really excited in our next segment to have our four co-captains here, Charlie Roberts, Davion Cruz, Jacob Davide, and Andrew Essex. So we're excited to get to talk to them. But Bob, as we head into this game, obviously coming off of the 2-8 season, what are your keys, not only for this game, but maybe for the season, that you think in your mind that the Blue really need to get going?
Yeah, I think, as with any football game, both played a lot of football. I think we have to control the football offensively. I don't know that we are built for a big play offense. I think if we can control the football, limit the turnovers, obviously, as with any football game, you can't turn the football over. But I think we've got some skill kids in the right positions this year to make some big plays. And I think you just want to kind of, it's almost like, I don't want to say, we don't want to go remember the Titans, the old Novocaine, but I think we want to control the ball, and then look for that spot where you can hit that big play. And then defensively, we got to be aggressive. You got to be physical. Louisville's traditionally been known to be physical football teams, and you got to get back to that a little bit and run around the field, hit people.
That's kind of my thought as well. Is normally when you talk about football, you talk about the offensive side of the ball, but for me this year, I really think the defense needs to set the tone. And I think when you have a good middle linebacker like a Jacob Davide who really sets the tone, really plays downhill, I think you have to have 11 hats flying to the football. And when you do that, A, you set the tone physically. B, you create turnovers, which C translates into points offensively. And I think that for me is the key defensively, and really for the team is really to be able to create turnovers and give us more opportunities on offense. And then when you look at offensively, we have Davion Cruz back, a returning starter at quarterback. Coming off of a season, again, we're 2-8, so there's a brand new offense installed, and so there's a lot of learning involved there. But I think for him or the quarterback in general, getting the ball out to guys in space to make plays. I think there's guys there, but they have to be given the ball in space. And Troy Davis, our head coach, will be calling the offense this year, so it'll be interesting. I'm really excited to see it tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think everything you said there is spot on, John. It's just, and then at the end of the day, it's sometimes you just got to go play football, right? Go be an athlete, go play football, go make a play. Somebody's got to make a play at some point. And, and again, we've read in the paper and we've heard over and over again and talked about injuries always a key play in football. They're going to be part of football forever. It's can you limit them and certain guys and different things. And so maybe kids only going one way to kind of ease the strain of some guys. And hopefully we take care of our players and they're healthy all year long and give us a chance to be successful.
So the Leopards, again, starting off tomorrow night at Steubenville. Third-year head coach Troy Davis at the helm. What do we expect really out of the Steubenville game? A crazy atmosphere in Steubenville if you've ever been to a game there. our boys are going to be.
It is. They're in for a treat. Years ago, I've been to a couple of Steubenville games, and years ago, Ray Lewis's brother from the Baltimore Ravens was playing at Steubenville. So a few of us took a ride down to Steubenville to watch the game, and it is a crazy atmosphere. And the one thing you will notice is they're physical. They're going to hit you probably through the echo of the whistle, as we like to say. And they're going to bring a lot of intensity, as we saw last year in the scrimmage. And so it was probably a good thing for our boys to get a little taste of that last year. Now, unfortunately, we lost a few guys last year to season-ending injuries during that scrimmage. And that's just part of what Steubenville is. They're just very physical, they're very aggressive, and they're probably going to be the same. They've been that way for years and years. So I don't anticipate seeing anything different.
Well, you make a great point, setting the tone.
Yep.
And that's something, whether it's football, whether it's life,
Yeah.
you can't kind of waltz your way into a game or into a
Sometimes
day.
you got to hit the bully in the mouth, right?
Yep, and I think we need to set the tone with that. So it's going to be exciting to watch. But hey, up next in our next segment, we will have our 4 co-captains here for the team, and we look forward to talking to them. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Leopard Lair. It's great to have you here. And before we get going, I want to thank our main sponsor, Dr. Mike Thomas, as well as Jared Heller and Leopard Nation and all that he does for our athletes. And this is Leopard Lair, presented by Stragan Media. We love having you. So I'm your host, John Aljancic, and my co-host over there, Bob Burek. And we're excited to get this season going. So
We are. It's good to be back, John. Had some time off this summer, and it's good to be back here in the Lair and talk to some of these football players here tonight, see what we got coming up for Friday night.
So excited. August 19th can't get here soon enough when the Big Blue traveled down to Steubenville to face the Big Red. And tonight we got our 4 Louisville Leopard football captains with us. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Charlie Roberts,
Jacob Davide.
All right. Well, guys, we're a couple days away. What's going through your mind right now when you get in that tunnel to head out to the field here come Friday?
for me, it's really just like do your job. Don't try to do too much. Make sure the big play will come. Just make all the little plays.
For me personally, it's bringing the energy. I feel like it's big for, to come out fast, come out hard. And it's hard for people to get hyped off the first play. They're scared of the first contact. So just bring the energy up from the beginning. I feel like it'll really help people elevate their game.
For me, it's just getting back out there. It's been a long time. I'm just ready to get back out there.
For me, I'd definitely say intensity. There's nothing like Friday nights, and we know the Big Red, especially at their place, is going to bring the intensity, so we're going to have to match it.
Yeah, they will. No doubt about that. Steubenville, a lot of tradition down there. They got the big horse in the end zone blowing smoke. You guys ever been there before? First time going down?
We were there last year.
Yeah.
Okay, scrimmage, that's right. They didn't have all the bells and whistles going though for the scrimmage, did they? It's an intense environment, I will say that. Andrew, I know you just mentioned there a little bit ago. What's it been like this season, getting ready to come back? Tough year last year, and just kind of you've been itching a little bit.
Yeah, I've been waiting. It was a long off season, but it's finally here, so I'm ready to go.
Ready to get going. Good.
Yeah.
Charlie, what do you think the key to the game is going to be here Friday night?
I think Davion said it earlier, do the little things. If we can do those, we'll eventually hit the big one, and that should be the key.
Good.
So, guys, kind of obviously juniors last year, senior co-captains this year. Tell me about the difference in mentality you may have from last year, having those seniors lead, to now all of a sudden you guys are in a leadership position and kind of how the team goes, how you guys go, the team goes. So kind of tell me what your mentality is as a captain heading into the season.
Last year, obviously we started the season 0-8. It was very difficult, but we were able to end it the way we wanted to. And, kudos to our seniors last year for staying with us and showing us how to finish strong. And, we definitely want to carry that into this year. And, everything isn't going to go right. So, we learned that last year, and we're ready for this year.
I feel like for us, I remember after that Week 8 loss, Coach Davis put us all in the office. He was like, this is your guys' team now. Even though you still have the seniors, like this is going to be for your future next year. And I feel like all the juniors stepped up last year and showed that, we'll come out strong next year, and time's finally here.
Leopard start this year with a new offense, with Coach Davis calling the plays. Davion as a returning starter at quarterback. How has that transition been from last year's offense to this year's offense, which seems to be more dynamic?
Yeah, I feel like it fits the backs and the players that we have a lot better. We're getting the ball in the hands of who we need, and I feel like it fits our team a lot better as a whole.
Okay, Jacob, as kind of the defensive captain per se, the big man in the middle. Mm-hmm. What do you think you bring to that unit in particular, and what do we to expect from this defensive unit as a whole?
Hard hitting. I mean, this year in practice, we're focused on everyone getting to the ball, and especially we're focused on turnovers this year. I feel like we didn't have enough turnovers last year, and it's like the little things, going for the ball when someone else has them wrapped up, and just everyone swarming to the ball and finishing the play. That's what everybody will be finishing the play this year, no matter what.
Good. How is camp? Obviously, you guys went through 2-a-days. Last year to this year, I know Coach Davis is kind of still, we're 3 years in now, kind of getting his bearings going. Much changes in camp, or a little more intense this year? What was any differences, Charlie?
I would say a lot more intense. I feel like as seniors, we definitely wanted it to be more intense, and as Dov said, practices have been very intense, from hitting to offensively. Even on goal line today, I mean, we were going at it pretty hard, and I think that Coach Davis kind of has, now he's 3 years in, has seen that we need that.
Getting his stamp on the team a little bit, putting his fingerprint on it. Good. And Andrew, offense, defense, both sides. What are you gonna try to do this year?
Offensively, just want to do my job and just do the best for the team.
They're gonna have you going both ways a little bit.
No, just offense.
Still okay. Good. Good.
Andrew, is this a game? Last year you sustained a season-ending injury against Steubenville in a preseason scrimmage.
Yeah.
Is this a game that you circle on the calendar, kind of like I'm ready to kind of go back to Steubenville and make things right, or is this just another game for you?
I'd say it's definitely a game to circle. It's like a revenge. So.
All right. So obviously, guys, senior year here. You don't want to look past it by any means, but what are your future plans for next year?
For me, I'm probably going to go play football at some college. I'm not sure where it's going to be yet, but I'm definitely going to want to play football in college.
Good. Davion?
Same. I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but I definitely want to play football in college.
Good.
I'm definitely going to college. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, but
I want to finish this year strong in football, baseball, basketball, and then hopefully play baseball in college.
Good. Baseball guy. Spent all summer traveling around.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
And seeing as we are scholar athletes here, especially at the Lair, not only playing football or any other sport in college that you're hopeful of, but like what do you plan on studying?
Political science or pre-law.
I'm not exactly sure yet, but I'm thinking along the lines of some sort of like construction management or something like that.
I'm in between exercise science and sports management.
I think I'm going to do exercise science.
All right. Well, we appreciate our four co-captains coming and joining us: Charlie Roberts, Andrew Essick, Davion Cruz, and Jacob Davide. Thanks for joining us, boys.
Thank you for having us.
Good luck Friday night, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. All right. Well, welcome back to the Lair. We really appreciate our co-captains joining us here from the football team. And our next segment, which I'm really excited to discuss, is not too long ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with the legendary Bob Glaggio, who just became our first inductee to our Ring of Honor here at Louisville. And really excited to air this interview. But before that, Bob, can you share any maybe past experience you had with Bob?
Yeah, absolutely. So first thing, I was actually in South Carolina when all that took place. I was watching it on my phone sitting by the swimming pool. So you guys did a great job with that. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there. We were playing baseball, but you guys did a fantastic job. One of the things I thought was very cool for me was when we were back in 2009 when we were building the stadium, with Mr. Beery and myself and a countless number of other people. We reached out to Bobby and asked him if he would be willing to help us out. And he said, sure, what do we need him to do? And he was very gracious. He came in, we had a fundraiser, we sold tickets and actually sold out both top and bottom of the Eagles. And he came in and gave a probably 45-minute talk about football and life and his stories. And I'm sure, I haven't seen the interview yet, but I'm sure he's a great storyteller. And he just, he spent his time, he drove over from South Bend, didn't ask for anything. And I'm convinced we sold probably, an extra couple hundred tickets because he was able to come in and do that for us. So great man, great legend. Obviously never got to see him play, saw some film, saw some pictures, but the stories are legendary.
Well, like you said, Bob, growing up, I heard a lot about the myth of Bob Gallaggio, but the best part was I got to sit down and talk to the man. So here's the interview with Bob Gallaggio. Enjoy.